Hello, Cancer. This is your reading for the week of the 8th to the 14th of October. Cancer, sun, moon, or rising sign, depending what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your overall messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And remember, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for a personal reading. So Cancer, I feel like the emphasis this week is going to be on relationships. I feel a romantic relationship quite possibly for you this week. I am seeing partnerships here in our Two of Cups and our Lovers, and I'm feeling like there's going to be some kind of change here regarding this. Some kind of changes in general regarding relationships, regarding some kind of partnership, regarding some kind of union in general. Something that quite possibly you've been wishing for, or something that you've been hoping on, something that quite possibly, I want to say, Cancer, that I feel like you've been longing for some kind of situation. You have been longing for some kind of partnership. I'm almost feeling the energy like you're wanting or longing or desiring some kind of union, some kind of partnership, possibly on a romantic level. And I want to say that you've been wanting this for some time. But I want to say that I feel like there has been some general block here in general. There's been an energy here of our Four of Pentacles, which can sometimes indicate something being a little rigid, something being a little stiff, something quite possibly blocking something. On a material level, this can also indicate, for example, saving money or hanging on to money. Sometimes this can also indicate holding grudges. This is an energy that something is not moving. Something is being held so tightly that it is almost impossible to take it. It's almost impossible to obtain it. And so this energy can be very positive if we're trying to save money, for example. But if we are trying to expand, if we're trying to move into a situation, an emotional situation, opening ourselves up emotionally, or wanting to be with somebody, this energy of holding on to something can be a block, because I feel like there is the desire that you have to want to have some relationship, but I feel overall that you're holding on to something. This could be on a physical level, like you're physically holding on to something. For example, money. If we're in a relationship and we go out with our partner or go out on a first date, sometimes, generally, one person is treating the other to a dinner, for example. Sometimes this can indicate, like, quite possibly the individual doesn't want to spend money on that other person. But sometimes this can also indicate holding on to a certain way of seeing things, holding on to our feelings, holding on to an idea or some kind of emotion that we see things in a certain way, but in reality it may not be that way. I feel like there's some kind of possibly keeping your emotions in, holding on to emotions, holding on to a way of thinking, holding on to something, possibly being a little stubborn in a situation, possibly being a little bit rigid in a situation that may be blocking some of this movement with a relationship in general, Cancer. relationships in general are free flowing. It's two energies that are merging, and energy, as we know how energy works, it needs to be free. It needs to be allowed to move where it wants, when it wants. Emotions are energy, thoughts are energy, our physical actions are energy. And so in relationships in general, there needs to be some permission to allow the other individual to move where they want, when they want. Essentially, there's two different individuals, and there is a connection that two individuals may have. However, in general, we have to give some kind of freedom to mental, emotional, and physical actions of that other individual. And I feel quite possibly there could be some blockage here, like you're holding on to something, not permitting some kind of free-flowing energy within the relationship or within a relationship with somebody. And I feel quite possibly this could be the change that needs to be made, or there could be some change regarding this in general. There could be a change that's coming in regarding this Four of Pentacles that is going to permit some kind of free-flowing energy. Some kind of energy that is going to allow freedom of movement in general. And again, freedom of movement can be on a physical, emotional, mental, or even spiritual level. Relationships in general have to do with respecting one another, respecting one another's wishes, and respecting one another's thoughts, respecting one another's emotions. And to not get stuck in this kind of rigid energy, thinking that somebody has to be a certain way, they have to look a certain way, they have to act a certain way, they have to be a certain way. Relationships are essentially acceptance, not expectations. And I feel, Cancer, like there could be some kind of energy here, like you're expecting something to come in a certain way. However, relationships don't work that way. There needs to be some kind of level of trust and some kind of acceptance that happens in relationships, as it is a partnership. It is agreement with two individuals. There are two separate individuals that are agreeing to be part of that partnership together. And so sometimes hanging on to these ideas of how somebody should be, how somebody should act, sometimes can block the forward movement in general of a relationship. And I feel overall this week that something is going to change regarding this, or that some change needs to be made regarding this, Cancer. But I do feel like, in general, I feel like there's going to be a rather positive outcome, because I am seeing some positive energy in our Nine of Cups overall towards the end of the week. So I do feel like there is going to be some kind of level of satisfaction or contentedness that comes with these changes in general regarding relationships. Let's check our overall message. Trickster. Okay, so I want to say that overall this energy is going with our Four of Pentacles and quite possibly our Six of Cups for this week, Cancer. Our trickster is going to be quite possibly a person or a situation that is going to be quite possibly tricky. This could be an energy that there's some kind of obscurity or some kind of illusion that's happening overall. This could be with our Six of Cups here, Cancer, that there's some kind of illusion or some kind of expectation that we have regarding something, or that you have regarding something. Something that you're quite possibly seeing something that isn't there. This could be within an individual or in a situation. since we are dealing with relationships in general, whether platonic or romantic this week, I do want to say this could be an individual that you may be seeing something in this individual which isn't in reality. This could also be the changes that are happening, is to see things, to remain grounded and stable and see things for what they are. Making sure that you're not seeing what you want to see, but seeing the reality of what the situation is. Because our trickster, this is somebody that could be giving some kind of illusion. They could be fooling you. They could be trying to use your resources, use your time or energy to trick you into doing something. They could be taking advantage of you if you're in a vulnerable situation, Cancer. So there is some kind of warning to heed, some kind of warning in our trickster card in general. This could be an irresistible romantic relationship, Cancer. So if we're discussing relationships, this could be a romantic relationship in general, that you're wanting, you're longing after some kind of relationship that may not be there, that may not be set in reality. Something that you've been wishing for, something that you've been wishing that will change or hoping that will change, but that essentially doesn't exist. It may not exist as you want it to exist, Cancer. So stay grounded, stay present, beware of this kind of illusory energy overall for this week regarding relationships, quite possibly an individual in general. And so that is your overall message for this week, Cancer. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.